Joining us from Milwaukee, we have Brock Stahl, head coach Pat Baldwin. We'll go ahead and start out with an opening statement from Coach Baldwin and then go straight to questions for the players, please. Coach.
Very good battle, from our guys, and obviously from a very good UIC team that, through 2 games in the regular season really had our number a little bit. So, we knew going into this game that we were in for a big fight, but give our guys a lot of credit. They battled first half. It was deadlocked. They did a great job. UIC did a great job of making the shots and making plays late to tie it up. And then in the second half, we had our guys really do a great job stepping up, making shots, difficult shots with hands in their face. The thing I loved about the game is the fact that, while we went to the line 25 times, we converted 20 of them, which was huge in this game. In addition to that, having 16 assists and only 8 turnovers, was big for this win. So, now we have to, shift from, a very good win tonight to a very good Wright State team that we have to be prepared for.
Thanks, Coach. Let's go to questions for the student athletes, please. Starting with Joey.
Brock, a couple of things. What was that about as good a zone as you could feel during the second half, and then kind of take us through that play, just over a minute left, shot clock winding down, and you bury that 3 when it seemed like you guys were kind of running out of options on that possession.
I think we all practice long. We kind of looked at what they kind of did the first couple times we played them, and kind of get us. Coach did a great job getting us in positions to get those open shots, and we knew ODIC would be sitting back, so we just wanted to kind of take advantage of that. And as far as like in the zone, sometimes the ball just goes in,
Did you feel good about that shot?
Oh yeah.
Shot with Hayden?
Yep. Looked good. Felt good when I released this. So.
And Brett, you had a really big game tonight, especially going against a guy with the pedigree of ODIC. What does that mean for you to do that, especially on this stage?
Well, yeah, it was a good game. I've definitely struggled against him like the previous 2 times. So Coach did a good job preparing me all week, just giving me confidence. And then the first play of the game, he just drew up a play for me, just to get me to be aggressive during the game. And so, yeah, Coach did a good job.
And what is it about the last couple of years you guys coming to Detroit? It seems like Milwaukee's very comfortable in close games, and you seem to be enjoying it here.
Yeah, definitely. We know that now it's win or go home, and we definitely don't want to go home. So I think it's just that little extra motivation and boost that you get this time of the year.
Brett, you want to take that one as well?
Yeah. So, last year obviously gave us a lot of confidence. We made it to the final last year, so we've been in these situations before. So we felt like we were prepared, and we did a good job tonight.
Brett, can you talk a little bit about your team defense against ODIC? You only had 4 touches, and you guys kind of shut them out of the lane.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we did a good job preparing on that too. They ran their 4 game, and I was just in there just helping. And I don't know, Coach always says don't let it post player touch the ball, and I tried not to tonight. So.
Brock, what did you see differently out of UIC's defense? Were there more openings tonight, or was it just finding space and making shots for you tonight?
I don't think anything real different. Kind of knew what they would kind of do. I think it was just just see a little bit opening, and then just kind of since we knew what they were going to do, kind of drawing plays up to take advantage of that.
Anything else from the players? Thanks, fellas. You can head back to the locker room. Open up for a few questions for Coach Baldwin, please. Go ahead, Joey.
Not to start with the tough moment, but you guys were really in control there late. You have a big lead, you have the ball. How difficult was that for you to take when not only do you get a turnover, but a technical, now they're going to take over possession? What's kind of going through your mind during that sequence?
Yeah, we always talk to our guys about during chaotic situations maintaining your poise, and Bryce Barnes understands that. And in the heat of battle, sometimes you're going to lose it a little bit. But, it is tough. It certainly is tough when you have momentum. And obviously it is a turnover, but it's a dead ball turnover. So we can get back on defense, hopefully get a stop. We've been doing a great job for the most part, throughout the second half. But to give them just 2 points without anybody guarding them, that was tough. But we overcame that, and Bryce Barnes understands, the error of his ways, and we don't suspect that happening again.
In the second half, was that about as locked in as you've seen, Brock in one season here at Milwaukee?
Well, there have been some other times that he's been locked in. I kind of noticed at the start of the second half, we didn't have a great look, so that was the reason for my timeout. It had nothing to do with strategy or schemes or anything like that. It was a motivating timeout to get him more into the game. I don't know if that was it, that did that for him, but he was certainly locked in. He made the shots, and we were trying to find things within our offense to get him going a little bit and to figure out exactly where we can find those holes, for Brock or JB or even Enzi and Brett to get to. So we finally found something that worked for us, and we went to it, and it was really good.
And on a personal level, in your first year, how good does it feel just to get a win in your first Horizon League tournament game?
I want more. I've been in tournaments before, but not as a head coach. But, what we told our guys is we want so much more. It's good to get a win because that means you're advancing and you're not going home. But we know that we have a really good challenge tomorrow, great challenge tomorrow, and we have to be prepared for it. So right now I'm not thinking about the win as much as I'm thinking about what we need to do to prepare for Wright State.
And did you watch, obviously you watched the Wright State game, because just kind of some takeaways from their performance in their first game yesterday?
Honestly, I was preparing for UIC, and I didn't see a minute of Wright State, and I know they're a really good team. They're well coached. They have several really good players. They have all league guys on that side. Obviously, we won the first two matchups in the regular season, and it's going to be an even greater challenge, to try to get this third. But we're going to set up our coaching staff and really try to scheme and figure out how to try to get this third one, because that's how important it is.
You'll watch that game tonight?
Yes, I am. I'll watch it probably several times.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.
All right, thanks.